Is it ever any good to be mad? Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. So I've talked about this subject before, how being mad tends to be a waste of energy. I believe it's just simply a waste of energy. And yet, is there ever a time that being mad can be a good thing? Well, I got to thinking about that. Sometimes we're in situations where everything we have done is not working. Maybe we've explained ourselves, we've talked our position, we've asked people nicely, people have agreed to do things and then they didn't do things, or they did them sloppy, and then we ask them to do it again and they did it sloppier the second time, and it's just kind of a cycle that some people are just not listening and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And we've done everything and exhausting ourselves included. So is it ever okay for us to simply be mad? Well, I think it just depends. I think if we're, angry mad, that's probably not good, because when people are angry, they tend to not have their emotions in check. And so it's always important that we have our emotions in check. But I do think it's okay to let people know that we're dissatisfied, that we're not happy with what they've done, that maybe we want to step back for a while. We don't want to participate in whatever it is that we're connected with them in doing, because, well, they're not doing a good job. Maybe they're not honest. Maybe they're not, backing up their word. Maybe they are agreeing to something and then not doing it. And we've, over and over explained ourselves and talked about it. So is it okay to be mad? I think sometimes it's okay to let people know that, hey, we're just not happy with their choices, their behaviors that can affect us. And that, well, we just feel like we want to distance ourselves or step back for right now. And sometimes in that, people will self-correct. They will correct their behaviors, especially when we've stepped back. And if they don't at that point, that speaks a lot about the relationship. That speaks a lot about where that relationship is. And then it's really up to us to decide where we want that relationship to go and what direction, and if we want to even continue on in that relationship. Because if someone doesn't care whether we step back or not, they don't care whether we're upset over their lack of doing what they're supposed to be doing, their disregard of our feelings, if they don't care, then that does speak a lot about the relationship. And perhaps we need to step back to gain our own perspective. Maybe they've already got their perspective, and that's why they're acting the way they do. And in situations like that, that speaks about the relationship, not just about a situation or a behavior. And in situations like that, for me personally, I would consider stepping way back or maybe out of the relationship. And hopefully, though, it doesn't get to that point. Hopefully, by stepping back and letting the other person know that I'm dissatisfied, that I'm not happy. And, I quit explaining myself. I quit asking them. And now I'm stepping back. Sometimes what happens is that person will self-correct and things will be okay again. And if not, like I said, then we have to decide whether we want to stay in the relationship or not. So is it okay to be mad? I don't think it's good to be angry. I don't think it's good to be overly emotional, because then a person loses their own balance. But I think if we are in balance and we are doing it in the right way, I think letting someone know that we're not happy with their choices, their behaviors, or the way they're treating us, I think that can actually be a very good thing, because now we've been honest, we've been open, we're stepping back, and now it's really up to them. And they can choose to self-correct, or they can choose not to self-correct. And either way, then we get to make the decision about how we want to go forward or not go forward in the relationship. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.